Here we go! Colorful has chosen his opponent, and it's this guy, Soin from Happy's clan, Lucky Future, fighting Colorful, the clanmate of Focus. China versus Korea. Soin 27, Colorful 24. They met each other a couple of times, and it's pretty much 50-50 between them. Soin and Colorful both had a good start into the WGL race. At the moment, they would be qualified. Colorful is one of the best Chinese, and Soin fighting with Sock for the spot. Still one of the best orcs in the world, but kind of tier 2 division, I would say. Same goes for Colorful, one of the best Night Elves in the world, but not as strong as the likes of Moon and Lawlight. So should be a pretty even match, in my opinion.
Check out Soin's main. Is this a Rock Golem creep build placement? Burrow looks really weird. Okay, it's a Farseer.
Yeah, that's
Why is the Burrow there?
Huh. Maybe he expects a tower push? But then it makes not much sense either. He can attack a little earlier.
But I guess Burrow won't be too impactful. But the big story here, Farseer.
Yep.
Against Night Elf, excuse me, sir? What is this?
Yeah, good question, but maybe he's expecting a tower push so much, but then, of course, there are wisps against the wolves. But what can a level 1.5 Blade Master really do, as creeping is kind of hard here? Or he wants to pressure the Night Elf so much that he can't really tower push at a certain timing. It is Huntress here, so no early creeping for the Keeper, it will just be distraction.
Yeah, for the most part in this matchup, Night Elf's play is still the same. It's Huntress expansion. There's different variations with different export timings, different tech timings, different numbers of Huntresses moving into Archers later. But honestly, it's every single time Huntresses in expansion.
Nah,
so,
if you play it like Life did, rest his pro player soul, then you can push here. Like, tower push on tier 1, tower push on tier 2. Maybe Colorful picked that up.
Maybe he did. I always feel like these strats are really situational, though.
Players' forces are under attack.
Rather player dependent, I would say.
Yeah, what I mean is situational is, you know, it's kind of a cheese if it's properly prepared for. It ain't gonna work.
I think Soin is preparing for that. Like, he's walling off the burrows now. He's getting vision with that shot down the ramp. And the burrows can attack fairly early while the trees would walk up here. I think he's totally expecting this.
Yeah, Farseer is of course also a great hero against an AP push. Has the summons constantly, can attack from range, doesn't rely on healing so much, and can't be disabled by Entangle so easily. Wolves in the main, really annoying. Forcing some detonates. But that's some experience at least for the Keeper. Only got a single one actually so far. And the Moon Juice is completely dry. I'm really surprised that Soin isn't scouting at all for Expos. He may be expecting a tower push, but expansion is still a possibility. And of course, that's another great benefit of the Wolves. Excellent for scouting. And that might be happening right now. Yeah, Wolves are moving out. Looking for an expansion, but we don't have one just yet.
The total experience here in the early game, 4 minutes in, is 20. Not much happened, just 2 summoning heroes distracting each other. And I guess that's okay for Soin, as he is attacking Colorful only halfway through. Didn't really gather a mass of hunches either. Wonder what Soin's backup plan is. Now he could be the one tower pushing. But we don't have a lumber mill yet, so it will be more standard. Oh, well, not really standard. Beastery and Lodge. Standard would be Grunts and Lodge, and maybe a late Beastery, or Beastery and Totem, but...
I might be playing that TC Stomp Windrider Lightning Shield style. Which I think Fly or someone played first. No, it's Shadowhunter actually. Right, this is sick pickoff potential. Hex, if he goes for Hex, plus Purge, plus Windriders.
Yeah.
Very unusual game.
Whenever you say that, I get like a little throwback to one of the commercial videos that starts with what an unusual game. And I heard that 500,000 times in my life. Not your fault.
So Bestiary done. Is it gonna be Wind Riders now? Or Raiders could also be, you know, more and more pickoff. As long as the keeper doesn't have Entangle, it's super easy to micro against. You're not gonna lose anything ever, unless you mess up magnificently.
It's Wyvern, by the way. Or at least the starting Wyvern. He can still transition, of course.
Yeah. And Shaman coming out. And normally, the rule of thumb is keeper plus hunts on one base does not do well the later the game goes.
Alchemist
Scroll of
as
Speed
well.
being popped here by Soin. Was that a misclick?
Probably. Alchemist is coming. A little old school. Throwback to patch 1.30x.
Here's the first Wind Rider. It's the time now to be aggressive. Doesn't he have Hex? No, he does.
Yes.
Okay.
No
And that
heal
should
wave,
certainly
no
be a kill on the
staff.
first Huntress.
Yep.
Yeah, a staff is required. Staff is required badly.
Double lore, not really up. Soin's timing seems to be good. No shaman yet for Purge. Ah, there's the first one.
Is he gonna use it on the Treants? I think Huntress would have been a better target. There should have been another kill.
Yeah,
But Archers are starting to come out. Oh, but guess what? She gets hexed right away. And does she make it to the Moonwells? No. Lots of kills here for Soin.
feels a little counterintuitive to just use so much mana for the cheapest unit there is in a Night Elf army, but so important to keep the numbers low to prolong the life of a Wyvern. As the second one is coming as well.
Oh, the 3 grunts healing up in the back. Which, in like perfect HP range. This is perfectly one salve each to get almost to full HP again.
400 each. It's really cool. Really well done by Soin so far.
And again, this keeper doesn't have Entangle. It's not really scary. Finally, with the Dryad, there's some catch coming into the equation. Orc inventory is looking pretty slim. No heal salves anymore. No speed scroll is a really big deal also anymore.
Yeah, I think he's waiting for the adept training. Gather a bit of mana on the shaman. Maybe creep in the meantime a little.
A player's forces are
And then push again. Ooh, colorful with the expansion, finally. 8 minutes in. Or is he? Oh, not yet.
This is finally gonna be level 2 for the keeper. Oh, the Hex denies the experience. Wow, that was cool. That was a sweet play.
And there's still no staff, and there's a lot of purge now and more damage. Colorful. Got a feeling that his reign might not be the longest.
Dude, this is just a really cool build for Twisted.
Yeah.
You know the keeper won't be able to creep. He's never gonna get level 2 if you keep up the pressure. And then, with low-level heroes, Shaman plus Wind Riders are really good. There's no high-level spells to deal with them at all.
We have a couple of Dryads, but they, of course, melt against the Wyvern if you can keep them alive. There's no heal wave at the moment, so that might be the best timing to take them out. That's what Colorful is absolutely doing. Acid Bomb comes in as well. Trades Wyvern for Dryads, but I guess that's fine. Soin is losing a little too much for my taste.
Yeah, the Wind Riders there died very quickly. Now we have Serpent Wards finally. For more damage against these Dryads, but... Uh-oh, the Keeper in trouble. Does always have the TP, unless he gets hexed! Oh, he didn't see the hex coming! He certainly should have! If there was mana for a Chain Lightning, that would have been the kill.
Just barely. But yeah, the army looks ridiculous. It's 3 grunts, 1
TP,
shot.
doesn't he?
Still wants
Maybe
to
not.
stay in that fight with a lot more Serpent Wards. But he has to send the grunts away. He's in trouble of getting surrounded. There we go. So Wyvern don't work anymore. I think that's confirmed.
Yeah.
Ooh, can he reach for 1 grunt maybe? Yeah, throw that spear. There we go. Still not sure if it's a kill or not. He's going Raiders now. But the Expo's up. Still has to walk over and creep and stuff, but...
Could really make use of a Force Troll Berserker now. He needs some damage against these Wind Rider, against these Dryads. Going more into Shaman. Wants to have some dispel against the Entangle. But dude, Colorful came back in this game.
Yep.
It looked so horrible for him for so long. But with the Dryads, and oh man, the Lionhorn of Stone, which is actually so good for these Dryads.
Plus
0 to
2
2 armor.
without an upgrade. Whenever I see a player creeping a spot where there was a Tome of Experience before, I kind of get that tickling, like, is it a TOE or not? And then I remember, patch notes, no TOE anymore, and I'm so happy they removed it.
Yeah.
Pretty much every time I see a spot like this.
You see, Neo? Blizzard can do some things right.
That's correct.
Double level 3s though. This should be level 2 Serpent Wards now for the Shadowhunter most certainly. And Soin's going into upkeep. Expansion though in the meantime being crept. Dryads already pretty hurt. There must be a heal scroll. There's double heal scrolls, in fact, for powerful. Double level 3s for him as well from this camp. Pendant of Energy, very nice. He's gonna need that heal spray to keep these Dryads alive. Bless you.
Thank you. I muted myself. So professional. Just not for you, unfortunately. Sorry about that.
It's no problem. I've heard worse things than sneezes in my life.
Oh yeah, you poor fella.
Is there peons coming? There is!
Yep.
However, no war melts, so no towers, but perhaps a shop. Shop in the back would be brilliant. You could set it up right now.
Doesn't have the gold for it. Now he does. So not a real uphill battle. Heal scroll used very early. Speed scroll to maybe get a better angle.
Where are the ensnares? Here's
Not
one.
coming.
He had 4 ensnares.
Is he just
Where are
straight
the
up going
Serpent
for the
Wards?
Alchemist? Looks like it, but he can be micro to the back. Or, yeah, another heal scroll used. Whoa, that was a big investment again. Soin holds his ground for now, but mind you, there's no heal wave. Only now starting to use his mana on the Shadowhunter. He really needs some healing.
Yeah, this was pretty... kind of poor control, to be honest. You need to spam those Serpent Wards over and over. Ensnares could have been better as well. But colorful holes, and now the Expo's about to start running. Honestly, Soin's under the gun here. He needs to make something happen. Shadowhunter very far forward, copying lots of damage, but he does have the invul still. Still no shop in the back. That's perhaps the biggest mistake here. And the Dryads, they're slowly whittling everything down.
I agree, man. Everything is turning yellow and red. More kills on the silver platter here. Double level up. He just reached level 3 and in just one fight he got double level 4. Damn. I was criticizing Colorful quite a bit in the early mid-game, but damn is he back. Soin overextending twice. Like going into this fight with no heal scroll versus 2 heal scroll. And heal spray and rage as well. Like there's good damage, good healing.
Yeah.
It was nice.
If this game goes so late, though, it's always going to be tough against mass Dryads. I think there was a very questionable choice with the army composition. I think 2 Wind Riders should have been the max, and then go into Raiders, instead of going for 4, as he did.
Yeah,
Because Wind Riders are still very easy to kill, considering their cost.
I think he really liked his early game and wanted to end the game with that heavy Wyvern push. But as we saw, there were too many Dryads and they focused really nicely and he couldn't get the counter kills and then downward spiral. This mass Wyvern push is pretty much an all-in and it's so hard to transition into mass raiders. Or not even mass raiders, but raider shaman.
I wonder if this focus style works with a Farseer. Focus, when he faced off against mass Dryads in the past, would switch gears and just leave the totem to just do nothing and just go double bestiary mass raiders and just pick off one Dryad after the next.
Okay, yeah, that sounds okay.
Players' forces are under attack.
But with that, he used to have Blade Master for more damage, but in this case, you would have Shadowhunter with Serpent Wards. But this is the big downside of this Farseer hero. Against Night Elf, especially with Dryads, he's just like basically useless in the late game. Shalana now level 4. Must be heal wave now, I imagine. But only level 1.
Soin needs an amazing fight right now, but I don't really see it so far. No reinforced defenses. These burrows will melt. Soin is trying to break upkeep, but immediately stopped by the collapse of this burrow. So level 4 Farseer, not really the biggest thing, but he forces the TP out, but damage is done. Workers are falling, 2 burrows down.
Oh, 2 Dryads out of range. That was a bit of a mistake. That's 2 freebies. It's a lot of raiders. But you really want that level 2 hero at this stage in the game to keep him alive, which he certainly doesn't have. And the Expo, of course, keeps on running and running. He could snipe that Expo, though, couldn't he? With all these raiders? Getting to it, of course, is difficult. It's like all the way across the map. But if Soin gets to the expansion, he could certainly kill it.
He has a speed scroll now. 2, actually. And yeah, this is kind of what he needs, but it takes such a long time as it's basically on the opposite side of the map.
Forces are under attack.
Colorful ready to defend in his main again. He's up by 11 supply. He's got the backup of the Moonwells. This should be a doable fight for him. Soin feeling that he needs to finish off this game here quickly. Big acid bomb. All the raiders hit basically. And snare on the alchemist, but he's got a great inventory, great items. He's
Again, he got the double heal scroll, man. Trying to nuke, but that was the first potion. He's really focusing too hard on the heroes, I guess. Maybe he sees that as a last resort. Invo potion, heal scroll used as well, back to 50%. But he's getting a couple of kills here on the Dryad. That's of course a lot of experience as well. 5-5 could be great.
I actually like that the Dryads aren't focus firing, but rather attacking everything, so everything is slowed. So the Raider damage output was actually pretty horrible. And now Soin is down to 35, make it 32. And he's gonna be dropping lower. However, we don't have too many Dryads left either. But that's the thing for Colorful, he can just mass reproduce. He's got that expansion.
Man, Soin forgot to reproduce. He's floating in 600 gold. Imagine like 2 more Raiders or 1 Grunt and a Raider here in this fight now. Would be so good. Clarity is not stopped yet, but he gets level 5. There we go. Level 3 Serpent Wards. The big boys. There's a Chain Lightning as well. Is he willing to invest into that? No, the entire army is wrecked. Only the heroes left.
Level 5 Farseer. Usually level 5 always good for, you know, any hero. But how good is it for him? Not that good.
Chain Lightning can be nice.
Only gonna hit the heroes and the summons though.
Yeah. That's the big downside. But we're getting bears, so it's getting better, I guess, in a sense.
Soin's options are quickly running out though. He has 2.5 more minutes until the main is dry. And if he hasn't won by then, it's 100% over.
Yeah.
Pretty stressful game for Soin, honestly. He's like under the gun. Ever since that botched Wyvern attack into the main, he's been behind. And has been trying to crawl his way back. But that's the thing with the Farseer. He plays really poorly from behind.
Botched is a funny word, by the way. Sounds like an egg is falling on the ground. Botch.
Botch smudge.
So, how many Dryads can he kill? I think the hero nuke is over for now. We still have 1 heal scroll left. With the Serpent Wards, he does have insane damage against the Dryads, but Colorful is doing a good job in kicking them, especially with the Alchemist here. But it is good.
That's a lot of Dryads dying.
Yeah, and the Concave for the Raiders is good as well. Like 3 Raiders attacking 1 of the Dryads is easy and fast kills.
Keeper dropping low. Heal scroll though gets him back to decent health. Damn, dude, this is a bare knuckle box fight, right? This is not just a box fight, this is a knife fight. These guys are cutting each other to pieces.
There was the Chain Lightning level 3. As you see, didn't do too much. Town Portal must be forced here. Or is another Ensnare? Yes, there was, I guess. Getting 2 exit kills though. Maybe 3? Nope. Again, the entire army except the heroes are down. But he can't really fight into these wards. And main gold mines expiring in a couple of seconds.
Soin isn't really close to ultimates. Not that they would change much, to be honest.
Wait, do you think Earthquake wouldn't change the game here?
I mean, it's a pretty strong ultimate. You know, it's kind of on the anime dead level, so S tier. But in this game, you know, perhaps not. Colorful's rich.
Oh yeah,
1,000 gold.
Jeez.
Soin also has quite a bit of gold left, however, not much income left. 200 gold, mains about to expire. And then, of course, the Tree of Eternity can just walk over. He still doesn't have Nature's Blessing, by the way, surprisingly.
The deforestation is so real. Look at this. It's so real. Can I get a good shot with whoosh? So stupid. Just tilted the camera again with these new functions. So, 3 Raiders, 3 Shaman, no level 6, but a big invul still remaining. I don't think he will need that. Maybe trading it for a Heal Skull would be nice. We have a lot of treants here.
Which could equate a lot of experience. Shaman still have some purges left. But again, level 6 for these heroes, all memes aside, really doesn't do much.
Does he have pillage?
That's a lot of Serpent Wards, though.
Yeah.
And a lot of Schnicks right here.
He always, like, creates... Like, with that, he can kite back a little into the safety of the Snake Pit. Colorful is doing a good job now, taking them out.
Yeah. I like that he's not committing in with everything. This is a lot of freaking damage with the Serpent Wards. As I say it, he is going in. Okay, never mind.
We have Heal Wave level 1 now.
Keeper almost level 6. For him, the ultimate is pretty good. And guess what, the Alchemist? I didn't even see this. Oh, baby.
Yep.
Transmute, my friend, is very close.
He's gonna be so rich. One more
One
kill.
kill. One kill.
There
Boom!
we go.
Double level 6 from one single kill. Tranquility. Transmute.
Boop, boop, boop. There's no way he can win this now. I mean, he was losing his entire army all the time anyway. He's gonna lose them only faster now. Step out for the Alchemist. Can he dive? Or the Moonwells, actually. So good. What? Right clicks and Chain Lightning could get rid of Transmute, but there's still 3 bears. Everything is dying here. Snip, snip. Snip, snip. Triple kill. Fast Ear is caught. Entangle. That must be it. Colorful, man. Defending the big first push and remains the king. GG.
Good play by him. Never giving up. Always hanging in there, looking for his opportunity. And Soin had a magnificent early game. But I think he really overmade it with the Wind Riders.
Yeah. I mean, I can understand that he tries it after the position he got after the early game. It's not the norm. It's something different for sure. But yeah, wasn't working against Colorful here, who got the right amount of Dryads and good control.
The right amount of Dryads? It was just only Dryads. He was making as many as he could.
Yeah, I mean, the push wasn't fast enough, so there were only like 2 Dryads or so.
Okay.
You know? Okay, with that awkward silence, we go into a little break. The next the next challenger will either be Lin or Romantic for Colorful. I guess at this point you kind of want Lin rather than Romantic, but we'll see about that after this little break. Feel free to check out the stream description if you want to support us in any way or form. You can like our social media stuff where we put on the stream schedule and news and everything, or throw us a donation or a sub, or use our Amazon referral links, or buy some piece of our merchandise at shop.backtowalcraft.com. Go check it out. We'll be back after a brief break in a bit.